Hello, Axilla here for Sylvanas Gaming, and as you can see, I'm playing a Hero League game. I got first pick, so I picked Sylvanas. I do have a specialist quest. I also have a support quest, but Dorfsey rather, he highlighted Luther first, was like, I can play support. He went, sure. I then panicked and picked Sylvanas, and he was like, oh, it's alright, I'll pick Luther. So yeah, Cursed Hollow is the map. Sylvanas is just a pretty solid pick at in almost all games at this point. Not too sure about our Nova last pick, but they do have a Kael'thas Jaina, which would be pretty good if we can get the jump and blow them up very, very quickly. Now, I'm going to be playing the most... default is probably the right word, the most standard build for Sylvanas. Because I guess not just because I'm following what everybody's doing. I've been playing this build on Sylvanas ever since I paid 15,000 gold for her. Day 1, leveled her up to 5, and was experimenting with loads of different things, even experimented with possession. It was terrible, obviously. So yeah, I've been playing this build for a while with her. Turned out to be the best, not surprisingly, judging by other talents, but there is some variation. I will go into that a little bit. Now, Cursed Hollow, I'll be basically bottom all game or top. I'll be on one of the outer lanes, but the first tribute almost definitely, unless it's close to my lane. And the reason for that is the first one doesn't matter. I'm going to be bottom. So we go with the wind to increase Withering Fire's range by 25%. Right now it's shorter than an auto attack. If you watch when I increase the range, oh, there we go, boom. Much further. That's about the same as an auto attack, and that makes it extremely good. Now I am solo. The Nova's just going to come here and roam with me. Oh, the mount didn't change. But yeah, the first tribute isn't the most important because it doesn't really matter who gets it. If you can get it, great. You have an advantage. That means the team feels more. The opponents feel more pressured. But I think the experience gain, if you can get 10 by the time the third tribute spawns, you're almost, and the opponent's team isn't 10, you're almost certain to win that tribute. Which means you'll win a team fight, get the tribute, and everything will be good. So I'm just gonna drop my Shadow Dagger on Malfurion in there. It's not much mana, and you've got pretty decent mana again in Sylvanas. But mostly, I'm just going to be looking to clear out the creep wave as best I can. Now, they do have a Tychus who pushes pretty hard. I'm not too sure what to do about that. I'm just going to put some harassing Withering Fires, because they cool down a lot very quickly, and the Tychus took a lot more damage than I did. Which means the... which means the Malfurion's mana is going to get wasted quite quickly. And as everything dies close to you, you get more Withering Fire shots. So I'm actually going to be doing this and taking a lot of damage actually from the Tychus there. But it's just, Withering Fire costs 0 mana, so you can basically use all your mana on Shadow Dagger. I don't really need to jump, I've got very little fear of dying at this point. I throw out my ghosts that way just to do a bit of damage. It wasn't necessarily a misclick, but it wasn't the best play I could have done. However, when you're immobilized by roots, you cannot activate Haunting Wave again to jump out, so... Throw that out there. Pick up the healing glow. Be pretty nice for me. Do a bit of extra harass damage. And then Nova's going to come in and try and help me kill this Tychus, which would be particularly helpful if she can. I'm not going to be able to get a kill. Bit of a shame. I was a bit farther back when she jumped on him, but it does mean that he's either going to have to go back to base or he's going to be able to attack the wagons. Get back that way. No, he's following me, not actually doing any damage right there. And the tribute did spawn bottom for me. So I'm going to do what I can to try and contest this. Now, the best thing I can really do is make sure the Tychus can't fight.
Give the order.
We do have a huge numbers advantage at this point here, and just gonna harass them down. We now win this tribute.
My will is my own.
And yes, it's good advice by the Uther. Basically, all I was doing there was applying as much damage as I can without too much fear for my own life, because I can almost always Haunting Wave out. And in fact, I was using the Haunting Wave aggressively, which was really, really good for applying the necessary pressure. The Malfurion can only heal so much, and yes, the Muradin's tanky, but we did have a hero advantage, so it was only a matter of time before we won out
My mana is low.
Some of my mana's pretty low. The Tychus did some decent damage, wasn't it? It wasn't really enough to do anything serious to me. They're going to take a tower hit, which is going to help even up the experience disadvantage they have a little bit, but not nearly as much as they probably need it to. Throw a Shadow Dagger there. It's going to hopefully transfer to the Tychus. I don't quite think it did. And this one, Unstable Poison is probably the best. Or no, sorry, Life Drain and Unstable Poison are the two kind of good ones. The exploding of your trait is amazing for clearing out waves. I'm actually going to go Life Drain. It'll give me a lot more sustain. But since we got the first tribute and this one has spawned through me, I'm going to contest this. Throw out a Haunting Wave. Just stop them a lot. And I'm not going to use Envenom here. Because I do not want to. I'm going to basically use it on an assassin who I need to use Envenom on.
Good enough.
Like this Tychus is a really good target for me to use it on. In fact, if the Nova hadn't missed the snipe, it would have been a sure kill for me. Oh.
Of course.
No, they're doing pretty. The Malfurion and his things are going pretty well. His sentries, what are they called? For the life of me, I cannot remember. Drones of some kind. Scouting drone, that's one. Couldn't remember for the life of me, but my team is doing really, really well to pick up all the kills there. We did a lot of harass damage. I kind of ran out of mana again, which was a bit of a shame. But I'm not too worried about clearing the waves. In fact, he's going to have a real rough time if he tries to kill me. The Envenom won't take him down, unfortunately, and I'm not going to be able to get there in time to kill him. So I use my Envenom. It's a 60-second one. I've been really, really reserved with it so far, but it's not the end of the world. I'm just going to take down that tower quite happily. And the third tribute is going to spawn top, which means I'm going to chill here, because look how close we are to level 10. If we can get level 10 mid-fight, we're going to absolutely crush that fight.
Give the order.
The Uther's suggesting we take we take our boss with the curse if we get it. And there we go. Yeah, it suggests we take our boss with the curse, which is fine.
I'm here.
But it is tricky to. It's not necessarily the best use of a curse. Sorry, is what I'm trying to get at. Okay, so we did lose that fight, which was a shame. The kills they got put them to 10, so we basically didn't do well. Sorry, I was just typing around. It wasn't, I'm not so flaming the Inubrak as much as just basically telling him that I was down here so that we could get 10 first. They engaged a fight, which ended up being a really bad fight for us.
The moment is upon us.
And, yeah, sorry, okay. Whew, little panicky situation there to get out. I knew they were coming for me, but I could pretty much guarantee that they wouldn't be hiding by the boss, so I could throw out my my stuff into the boss as soon as I bloody well wanted, really. And that's great for me. I'm actually gonna pop my ulti here, which is a little bit of a misplay maybe for me. Didn't need to, and it is a long cooldown. So I very much probably shouldn't. But now that I've taken the fort, I can just back up and go help top now. A good thing about Sylvanas is the fact that she can push really hard on a huge map like this when everybody else is top trying to defend a push. You can basically do as much as you want in order to get your team that experience advantage, which I got. However, we did lose the fight prior to getting the level 10 advantage. Now, there are two main choices here that are particularly good to go with. And they are Evasive Fire and Overwhelming Infection. Evasive Fire I actually preferred. I prefer the Chase instead of the... whatchamacallit? Instead of slowing enemies down, I prefer being able to chase the enemies a lot better. It also allows you to spam your Withering Fire in order to gain movement speed so that you can escape. Whilst you're running away, you gain extra movement speed, so that's really, really good. I'm not being nearly as coherent as I would like to be. And I'm going to throw out another good one here. It's really good to throw them into all these little, like, passages and stuff.
Your wounds are deep. Head to the healing plant quickly.
And now I'm gonna take these with my team.
I'm listening.
Probably not a good plan because I think my team is not here for this at all. Yeah, they are in fact trying to take their boss. And we're going to contest that, and that should drive them away from it as much as possible. In fact, we're going to get another pick on the kill fast. I've not really been doing anything to help my team all game other than getting experience. So I'm going to back off here. They haven't got their boss. It's been unleashed. Jesus Christ. Oh, there we go. That wasn't good. Okay, so basically, the fight went okay at the start, and then they got the turnaround, and we ended up going 3 for 4 in the end, the Vala picking up the Jaina. Because we did kill our Uther. Oh no, so our Uther died, so we ended up going 3 for 4 on our side. The next level 16 talent, the best couple to go for are Cold Embrace, which is really good for helping thirst down opponents, but I'm actually going to end up going for Blood here, because the Muradin, the Tychus, and the Tychus are pretty tanky, and if we can... and I'm going to be taking a lot of damage, I'm going to get focused a good chunk here. Now I have done a huge amount of hero damage compared to them, despite getting flamed a little bit by my team. But the main point is the fact that I got us such a huge experience lead. And there's an Envenom on the Tychus there, which ended up really well. And as a result, I'm going to pop everything I can on the Muradin. It popped an Envenom, didn't pop my Block of Blood, which is okay. Don't come near me, Nova, with that living bomb. Thank you. Okay. No, the Kael'thas did spot us out here, so that's why I'm just kind of walking around, going to do that there, and I'm going to use my haunting wave to get behind him and use the blood for blood just to burst him down quicker, which means we got the boss and we managed to get the keep as well, which was a huge advantage for us. I know it's been playing pretty well. And yeah. I'm full health, full life, everything's going pretty well for us. We'll throw out a haunting wave here. And we're going to push with their boss. And that should give us a significant advantage. Oh, no came in and just blew up the Jaina as well, which is pretty nice. So yeah, this game seems pretty cut and dry for this Hero League game. We got a really good composition. Anubarak is currently the best tank in the meta, and Sylvanas and Vala again, just really good supports. Always have been, always will be. That's a dead Kael'thas, but I'll probably die at the back of this. No, okay, the living bomb wasn't enough to finish me off. In fact, I'm just going to back off before I get killed. I popped everything on him though. I did pop the Envenom and the blood for blood. And what our Uther is saying, what our Anubarak and our Uther is saying, both is pretty good. It's wait until the next tribute, win another big fight, get the curse, and then we can just push for the win. Yeah, soaking until we get 20 is a fantastic thing. We have every mercenary camp basically, other than obviously their giants. When do our giants spawn? Our giants spawn very soon, so I'm going to go over here and take our giants.
Give the order.
But it's always good to note when your mercenaries are going to spawn, especially as somebody like Sylvanas who can take the mercenaries pretty easily. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click this one whilst using Withering Fire to stop that one hurting me. And that's easily the most effective way to take it. You just get close to the one that you're not right clicking. As far as the giants go. Now, Bolt of the Storm is 100% the best level 20 for Sylvanas. Fury is Blair. Deafening Blast is pretty solid. Because it does more damage and the silence lasts even longer. However, my opponents don't really have a huge amount of spells that are hyper important to silence. Well, Fury's not. Sorry, the Meridian's not going to get me there. I am scared about them just jumping on me. So, oh, this is odd. They are not contesting this. I wonder what they're doing. Maybe they are... No? Okay. Maybe they have given up the game. That was really, really scary because they looked like they were coming together, so, and then they decided, no, they're just going to defend. They're not going to lose the game. I could use my bolt there, which is a little bit mad, I think. Oh shit, I got caught out on the Mafia route there, which was pretty bad. It looks like I'm going to be taking a lot of damage from that, which is not great for me. However, the Tychus also looks like he'll probably die in the end, and yeah, we managed to kill everybody, absolutely everybody. It was really good. We blew up their tank early on, which super helped us. And then after that, their assassins had nobody to hide behind, and so the fight went very well for us. I'm sorry that the quality of my talking was a little bit like I lost train of thought. I was really got caught up in the moment there, but as you can see, I wasn't there for many takedowns. I had the most hero damage, there's a lot of harass damage that Sylvanas can do, and I had the most siege damage, and that was all about pushing in order to benefit our team. It was all about getting that experience lead. Now we got the experience lead, however my team did commit to the fight prior to getting level 10. so it wasn't necessarily the best thing we could do. And just to recap my town build, Withering with the wind, to increase Withering Fire's range is just so good for harassing. Venom, it's a hyper powerful ability and it's really, really strong. Life Drain or the Explosion. One, I've forgotten what that one's called, but the Life Drain gives you a lot of sustain. Using it in the middle of the fight can help pick you up, help support your heals and stuff, and it was particularly good with the Uther because he doesn't have as many heals as he'd potentially like to. He doesn't have a big healing ulti, he's got a big stun ulti. When in fact he did go for Divine Shield, so that was pretty good as well. Wailing Arrow, Possession is useless. Wailing Arrow, the silence, the damage is amazing. Didn't get too much use out of it. It wasn't amazing for me, but it obviously helped. Everything helps. Evasive Fire to gain the movement speed, so you can move fast, you can chase enemies down, you can run without having to turn around and do anything. I mean, slowing enemies is absolutely fine as well. However, I prefer Evasive Fire because the moving faster, I think, provides more utility. Blood for Blood is probably the best level 16 talent for Sylvanas. Bit of extra burst, bit more healing. Sylvanas does suffer from being quite squishy, and Bolt of the Storm, an escape, a positional item, again, useful for, like I said, escaping, getting out of situations, which, because she suffers from being a little bit squishy. Now, I died very few times there. I died just the once, and I avoided death and ganks a couple times by putting myself in decent positions to get my ghosts to jump over walls so that I can then mount up and just leave without any repercussions. So that's what you want to think about. You want to think about, if shit goes wrong, how am I going to get out of this? And that's constantly what I'm doing as a Sylvanas. I'm trying to put myself in positions where I am able to use my Shadow Wave, my Wailing Spirit, I forgot what the hell it's called now, and get out of those tight spots. So yeah, thanks for watching. I've been Axilla from Sylvanas Gaming. I hope this has been educational and informative, and I've been talking enough about this and all of that. So yeah, again, thanks for watching, and until next time.